I would compare my 9th grade year to my 12th grade year as my 9th grade, I wasn't really knowing what I was going to do in life, and I was still young, still kind of, hard-headed. But and now I'm in my 12th grade year, I know like what I'm going to do with my life, where I'm going to go, and try to be positive. Club is important to me because, it made me meet many new people. Now I know many new faces. From my 9th grade year, I met like many new faces to my 12th grade year, and actually starting to know people like personally, and I'm just building relationships every day with new people. Club can mean many things in my opinion, but I think, as me personally, I think it's like a place where people can come to identify their problems, maybe, face it and solve it like in a positive way.
2.5 years ago was the first time I met Keli'i, and I didn't really get to know him, but after coming to club for about 3 or 4 months, I asked people if they wanted to be a leader, and Keli'i came forward, and that's when like our stories and our lives collided together, and we began to see the similarities, and I saw who he was in the past and the struggles that he had with his dad and making bad choices with drugs and whatever and stuff like that, and I began to see this change happening in Keli'i's life to the point where he is now, where I think he is very mature, and that club has had a big impact on his life, on being able to filter out what's right and wrong.
I think he brought determination to me and a mature attitude. That's what I think he brought to me. Like, I noticed like could be anything little, I could be so horrible at it, but I will have the unreal determination to like bounce, like just to be resilient and just come forward and like try to become good at this thing, to prove to everybody that you could be horrible at something, but it's all in your attitude. A positive attitude will bring it up.
A lot of the challenges that military and Army kids face as they're reaching who they are and finding their identity is exactly that, finding their identity. We move around so much, and we make new friends each time we go, that usually, when we first show up, we make friends with whoever talks to us first. And sometimes, a few days later, a couple weeks, however long, sometimes you find out that you really shouldn't have made friends with them. So sometimes you find yourself in sticky, awkward situations. My favorite thing about coming to Club Beyond meetings would probably be the fantastic atmosphere that Kevin and Laura and all of our wonderful leaders here have created. I like to come here, especially after practice, up in Haleiwa, and just have a time to relax and have fun with my fellow Christian friends here, with no pressure about anything. Just come and have a good time.
I got to know Rosie about 6 months ago. She had experienced Club Beyond at another location. When the program came here, she was excited, and she came here to make friends. I think that very quickly she realized, though, in the span of there not being something like this here, that she'd become more sensitive, not just to her own needs as a military kid, but also to the needs of her friends. So very quickly she stepped up as a leader, and she's become a part of this group, creating the excitement, creating the conversations, bringing the friends, and making what it is today.
One of the things that I really like about coming to Club Beyond is the chance to share my personal experiences with other kids my age. I like the feeling that I can make a difference in kids' lives when they're in the same place that I've been in, emotionally or mentally or what have you. Because we're all so similar. We face the same struggles, same problems as a lot of other people here. So when you've come through those struggles and things triumphantly, you like to try and help someone else along the way so that they don't have to struggle quite as much as you did.
Something that's special to me is where I've grown up and the kind of environment that I've grown up in. I live in Waianae, and Waianae is known as a place where there's a high concentration of Native Hawaiian people.
Conan first came to our attention from his youth pastor at his home church in Waianae. And when he submitted his application, his essay was really stirring. He was talking about not wanting to be another statistic and wanting to rise above and be a leader in his community.
I do find that there are certain individuals my age, even those in Waianae, that would like to play a big role as far as becoming maybe a politician or things to that extent. My contribution, I find, would be something more intimate, where being something like a teacher or someone that works intimately with the people would be something that I find to my best interest and can also, I believe, benefit them more closely.
Conan started our 4-day leadership academy. He was reserved and a little bit unsure of the process, but I pulled him aside and said, you need to ask what you're passionate about. And by the end of the week, it was really the difference of night and day. He was asking a wide range of questions from leaders, including asking about preserving Hawaiian culture to an OHA trustee, and he asked the question in Hawaiian.
Upon completing high school, I am interested in attending Otago University in New Zealand. What strikes me about New Zealand is how the indigenous population is really flourishing despite all the setbacks that have been experienced there.
His passion for making a difference in his home community and rising above all the challenges, coupled with the training that he received in the Center for Tomorrow's Leaders, really has the potential to make all the difference in the world and will empower him to make a difference that he wants to make in his home community and to really be a light there.
Dreaming and aspiring is not something that would take me away from my community, but would instead, I think, set an example for them.